Hi, welcome back to Tone with Harveen. Today we'll be doing a full body toning workout. You'll need a set of weights. I'm using two 5-pounds. Let's get started warming up our abs, laying on the mat with my favorite crunches. Feet flat on the mat, hands behind our head, elbows out, and let's lift those shoulder blades off the mat. We're here for 25. Keep those elbows out. Be careful not to dome the abs, pulling the belly button into the spine and keeping your abs flat. We've got 5 more. And our last one. Give that head a rest. Let's lift the feet up into our tabletop. Let's go right into our bicycle crunches. So opposite elbow to opposite knee while your other leg extends. You've got 4 more on each side. And last one. Let's bring the head down and the feet down. All right, let's extend our legs out. Hands just under your lower back. And we're gonna go for some leg lifts, squeezing the lower abdomen to lift the legs together, or lift the legs up. Legs are zipped together. We're here for 10. And 1. Bring those feet down. Let's get the hands out from under us. Let's lift up and into our plank on our elbows. Another one of my favorites. We're gonna go into our plank spikes on our elbows. Feet are out, hands can be together or straight, whatever feels comfortable for you. Into our plank position. Belly button pulling into your spine. Back is straight. Let's lift up through our lower back and lift up into your spike. And last one. And you can drop onto your knees real quick. You're gonna stay back into your plank position on the elbows, and we're gonna go for our other favorite, our hip dips. I love these ones because like my favorite workouts are the ones where I can actually feel my abs working. I feel the flex, I feel the tone building up. So let's get into our plank and let's dip each side. You're kind of making a semicircle with your hips. And last one on each side. Let's come to center, onto the knees, and let's pull ourselves up. We're gonna go into our plank position, but this time on our palms. Feet are out. You're gonna bring opposite knee to opposite elbow. Doesn't need to touch, but just as close as you can. Try to keep your pelvis parallel with the mat instead of flipping this way. Of course, if you do flip that, you're just getting a different kind of workout, so you're still working out. But if we want to focus strictly on our core, keep the pelvis parallel with the mat. Final 2 on each side. And we are done. Let's drop down. All right, we're gonna move over to some more standing exercises. We're gonna finally start using our weights. All right, let's grab both of them in our hands. We're gonna come to just about 3/4 up your mat. Let's kick back with our right leg, and our weights are gonna come in as best you can, keeping the elbows locked in at your sides. All right, right leg is lifting up. You're squeezing the glutes as you get to the top. And as you're lifting, trying with control to pull the weights in. Like this. And back down. We're engaging our full body here with all the stability that we're working on. We're working on our arms, our shoulders, and of course, our glutes. We're gonna go for 8. And whenever you're ready, let's get started. Take your time. And this is 8. If you can, let's stay here and just pull in, keeping that balance. We're here for 6. And 1. And let's come back to center. Take your time doing that. If you can't, it's fine. You can even do it using 1 foot on the mat. All right, let's face forward. Left leg is gonna kick behind us. We're gonna come down for a curtsy lunge, and arm or leg is gonna hit out. Arms coming in, chest is gonna come forward. As you go for that curtsy lunge, arms up, back to our sides, and out. We're here for 8. And 1. Coming up into center. Let's come into our squat position. It's up to you if you want to go for regular squats where your feet are hip width distance apart. I like mine slightly a bit more. Toes pointed outwards, arms into your sides, weights lifted up. We're going to be here for 8. As you come down, we're going to pause, punch straight out with each hand and up. So this way we're holding it, squeezing the glutes, squeezing them as you come on up, and also engaging our arms and our chest. Whew, this really is gonna take it out of me. All right, we're here for 8. Squeeze to lift. Two more. And the last one. squeeze. Let's come on up. All right, let's repeat this, going backwards to the other side. So this time, your right leg is going back for your curtsy. And whenever you're ready, remember the arms are going up. We're here for 8. Chest is forward as you come down. Two and 1. Into center. Let's go for the leg lifts with the left leg lifting back. And we're going to be here for 8. This is 1. Let's stay up there. And pull the arms in for 6. And 1. Let's come up. Feel free to drop the weights. Shake out the legs. We're gonna do this one more time. Hopefully your heart rate is elevated just like mine. You're feeling the sweat. You're feeling the burn in different areas. All right, whenever you're ready, right leg is lifting up and back for 8. With the arms, let's go. This is 8. Let's stay up there. And pull in for 6. And 1. Let's come back. Left leg is going back for your curtsy lunge. Arms and chest are coming forward every time you go down. Here for 8. 2 and 1. Into center for our squats. Getting into your position. Arms are in. We're here for 8. Squeezing to lift. Two. And 1. Let's come up, quick little shake out. Right leg is going back for your curtsy. Chest is coming forward, arms are going up. We're here for 8. 1. one. You've made it. Let's go for the leg lifts on the left. We're here for 8. This is 1. Let's stay up there. Pull in for 6. And 1. Amazing. Let's shake it out. All right, right leg is in front. Left leg is behind. Palms facing out. We're gonna go for some lunges with some bicep curls. Full bicep curls, we're here for 6. Remember, your feet are parallel. They're facing forward. And let's drop down for 6. And 1. Let's come up and switch sides. Palms are forward, getting your feet and legs into position. And let's jump for 6. And 1. All right, let's face forward. Trying to have both of your weights in one hand if you can, if you have the kind of weights that allow you to do that. We're gonna go for some side leg lifts, trying to have that weight sit on your upper thigh so that every time your leg lifts, the weight is sitting on your thigh rather than being supported with your arm. Try it a few different positions until it feels right. We're gonna start with the right, and let's lift as high as you can. Within reason, you're not gonna go all the way up, but let's go for 8. And 1. Amazing. Okay, let's bring the weights onto our shoulders. Your feet are going to be about hip-width distance apart, facing forward. We're just going to get off of our heels, and we'll be there for 8. Let's lift and come back down, focusing on a calf workout, giving the rest of the body a little bit of a break. Let's go for 8. And 1. Doesn't seem so bad, but let's curve and point the toes towards each other. Not completely, but as much as it feels comfortable for you. And let's lift off the heels for 8. And 1. Starting to feel a burn now. Let's point the toes outwards and lift for 8. 2 and 1. Hopefully you felt it there. We worked out all areas of our calves. We'll be back soon, but let's go lift for our side leg lifts on the left leg, positioning the weights, and let's go up for 8. And 1. All right, let's go back to center. Let's repeat one more time. My right leg is going back, going for 6 lunges with our bicep curls. Whenever you're ready, let's go. And 1. Let's switch sides. And we're here for 6. And 1. Let's face forward, positioning the weight onto your right thigh, and let's lift for 8. And 1. All right, weights on our shoulders. Let's go for the calves. Feet are hip width distance apart. Toes are pointed forward. Let's lift for 8. And 1. Toes are pointed inwards. And let's lift for 8. And 1. All right, toes pointed outwards. Final 8. You've got this. Let's go. And 1. Wow. All right. Left leg, side leg lifts. You're here for 8. And 1. All right, let's go down onto the mat. Put the weights to the side for now. We're gonna go back to where we started as we've been doing 2 of each set. We're gonna end off with our crunch and plank ab series. Let's lay back down. And you remember how to do your crunches. Elbows out, pulling the belly button in. Let's get those shoulder blades off the mat for 25. And 10 more. And 1. Let's let the head rest for a second, and let's pull those feet up into our tabletop position and into our bicycle crunches, hands behind your head. Let's go for 8 on each side. And last one. Feet can come down, hands come up from behind your head, hands under our lower back, feet straight out, and we're here for 8 leg lifts. pulling from your lower abs. Let's lift for 8. And 1. Dropping those feet, let's roll up into our plank position on our elbows. Going for our plank spikes for 8. Pulling up through your lower back. All the power is through the abs. And whenever you're ready, back is flat. And let's lift for 8. And 1. Coming into your plank position again. Let's go for our hip dips. 8 on each side. And 8. Coming into center. Let's come on to our palms off of the elbows. And remember, for this one, we want to keep our hips aligned and parallel with the mat. As we go for each knee to opposite elbow, try to keep your back flat. And let's go for 8 on each side. And last one. And let's come down onto our knees. Let's bring the knees in a little. Knees are going to point towards the outer edges of the mat. And let's sit back. We're going to go through a quick cool down now. Into our child's pose. Lifting up to take an inhale. And as you exhale, let's come closer to the mat. Moving with your breath, trying to slow it down. And your next inhale, let's bring the left hand under the right for a thread the needle. Next inhale, let's come up and switch sides. Next inhale, let's come up into our tabletop position. Let's open up to the left. A bit of a twist and coming down and open up to the right. Curling the toes under, let's go to a quick down dog just for a stretch. Bending each knee. Shifting the weight from each hip. And let's come back into our tabletop, bringing the knees forward. Let's take a seat back. Both legs are going to go out in front of us. Keeping your butt on the mat. Let's take a deep inhale and trying to sit up as tall as you can. And as you exhale, let's curve and bend forward, reaching for the ankles, the toes, the calves, or the knees. A bend in the legs is fine. Just pulling yourself gently into our forward fold. Inhaling, lifting slightly, and exhaling deeper into the fold. Next inhale, let's come on up into our butterfly pose. Palms of your feet together, pushing down on your thighs with your elbows, feeling the stretch in your inner thighs. Try to keep the shoulders back. And let's come in our cross-legged seated position. We're gonna go for 3 deep inhales and exhales. Inhaling, reaching up ahead, sitting nice and tall. As you're exhaling, bringing the hands into center, shoulders back, neck is tall, ears and shoulders far. Next inhale, let's pause at the top. And exhale to center. Pausing here. And our final inhale. Exhale. And you're all done for today. Let me know what you thought of today's workout in the comments, and I'll see you next time.